The Lord's name. The name is a verbal expression of the conception of the Supreme Being, who is known by different names and forms in different climes and times. The Supreme is infinite, but as it is not always possible for the common man to conceive of what is beyond the perception of the finite mind, this infinite truth is symbolized as forms, symbols, or objects which vary according to each one's respective tendencies or modes of perception. Though in the initial stage there is difference and distinction among the various names and their associated objects, ultimately, when the habit of repetition of the name is formed and the divine consciousness is kept ever awake, then there remains no distinction between the name and the associated idea or object. The intuitive knowledge of the Supreme reveals itself in the name itself, for the basis of all names and forms is the one primal being who manifests herself under different names and forms, as different faith and tendencies, as different sects and races, in different times and places. There is an unfathomable depth, intense sweetness, and charm in the Lord's name. It is beyond the futile explanation of the limited intellect. It is a thing knowable only through experience. The music first thrills the nerves, harmonizes them, and then mysteriously acts upon the mind. The sincere devotee loses himself in divine ecstasy. The worldly mind cannot grasp or perceive this state of intense emotion. The Lord's name is all bliss, and when it is chanted, the mind merges in its bliss. It loses its individual entity in bliss. It becomes one with the bliss itself. Without the name of the beloved, none may hope to cross the sea of samsara, worldly existence. The Lord's name is the lasting medicine against any kind of ailment. We cannot be overtaken by sorrows, sins, troubles, and sicknesses if we take refuge in the Lord's name. Repetition of the Lord's name dispels all fears and evil thoughts. He who repeats the name of the Lord has all his desires fulfilled. So sing the holy name. If you are attached to the Lord, we will be released from all attachments which bind us and pull us down. This constant repetition gives infinite strength.